Hello. In this video, we're going to demonstrate the ability to test chat solutions using the PumpCX platform. In these interactions, we simulate an agent using a web browser to navigate through the customer's website to the chat page and ensure that a chat is offered to the customer. Once the chat is offered, we then accept the chat and enter a queue. At the same time, we also log an agent into the platform. In this case, given we're testing against Genesis, we're going to use Genesis WDE and log an agent in and wait for the chat to be delivered. Once the chat's delivered, the agent answers it and the simulated customer and agent participate in a two-way chat where we can assess the ability to deliver messages in both directions and measure the timeliness of this message delivery. Once we've delivered messages in both directions, we then ensure the chat can be ended and that both ends see the chat interaction complete. Then we log the agent out and the customer. Here's a really simple test case where we do that. So we can see the test case is as per other pump test sets, where we can enter the test steps either using a gherkin format or over on the test sets, we can do this using the GUI driven. You will notice there's a new test step here, which we haven't seen in any of the previous test cases, which is where we can execute a Python script. The Python script is where we can actually enter the customer flow through the system. It's very important we can script this using an open scripting language, such as Python, because it gives us the ability to create powerful scripts using Selenium to drive the customer web session. And because we've used Python, which is actually the most popular scripting language, these test sets can be updated by the end customer without requiring PumpCX professional services to come in and help with integration, which is great because it improves agility and improves your ability to control your platform moving forward. These scripts are located under the scripts directory in the Python, and here we've got the script. This is a standard Python script using Selenium to drive, in this case, a headless Chrome instance through our chat interaction. So, in this instance, we're running the Pump desktop on the computer where we're actually going to log the agent in using WDE. So if I execute this test script now, we will see a Genesis WDE instance start up, as we see starting now, and the test case logs in Monique and then sets her available. At the same time, the test set is also having the customer open up a web browser and start navigating through the customer website, in this case the Genesis PFS demo website, until they reach the chat session and are offered a chat, which they accept, and then they're routed through the agent. We've just seen this chat message be routed through, and we see test messages being sent and a test response being sent back, and then you saw Pat Thompson type in bye and the interaction get closed by Monique. At that point, the test case is finished, and the last step you might have noticed in our test case was to log the agent out. So Monique logged out. And here we see that we have had a successful test run, which is the chat test. If we open up that result, we can see that the test was successful. And as part of our test case, what we were measuring was that there were a whole lot of response times that we expected to be correct. So we actually expected that the chat page would initially load, that would be able to log in, that would be able to open a chat, the chat would queue correctly. Then once it was answered, we were expecting to be able to deliver two-way messages and understand the response time, and then ensure that we closed the chat. Now you'll also notice that below that we've got the screenshots from every step within the test case from a customer perspective. So we see the initial page that was offered, We see the page after login. We can see that the chat screen's opened and we're waiting. We see the customers joining the session and we're waiting for an agent. We then see that Monique joined the conversation. And here's some messages you might have seen flash past in WDE from the agent side. Well, now we're seeing them from the customer side, the test message and the test response. And finally, we're seeing that Monique was successfully left the chat, as did we just before we closed it. Now, each one of these screenshots was actually configured to be captured back within the Python script. So we open that back up again. Now I'm seeing the end result. You'll notice that we have these explicit steps, get screenshot as file, at various places throughout the core flow. So you're able, as the test set creator, to decide when and where you want to create. You want to grab the different screenshots, which you then wrap back up into the result. As for any test case, we could schedule this and have it occurring on a regular basis for a health check of your chat solution. Alternatively, you could be running it on an ad hoc basis as part of perhaps a regression test or as a fault-finding operation. Or finally, it could be executed in response to a DevOps situation, such as part of a build chain, where after a deployment, we want to ensure that the chat solution is still operational. So that's all we wanted to show you today. So thanks a lot for your time.